Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And Jonathan.
So we're talking about, like, we all go to live shows, we all go to rehearsals, we all have like sound checks and things, and we're just laughing because sometimes noodling is okay.
Yeah, like my whole show. But not before, not after.
You beat me to the punchline. That is pretty much the John Collins show. No, but it is funny when like a band's setting up and like, let's start a live show, and they just won't. It's always a guitar player. He just won't stop noodling. And it's just one thing. We just want to give a public service announcement. Just don't do it. I know you're excited to be playing. Turn the volume. I want to play too. The amp sounds great. Just stop. It's like the rest of the band is very frustrated right now. The people drinking beer and wine in the audience just trying to like relax for the onslaught of whatever is going to happen is about to happen. Could be good, could be bad. With us involved, it's just like an hour and a half of noodling and boredom.
I mean, like there's sometimes in restaurants, you kind of feel like they barely want to hear you when you're actually playing.
They don't want you there.
They're like, oh my God.
I don't know why you're even hired half the time to be there, but you are.
I just have to throw this in there because it's hilarious. These people, I was playing like a little brewery kind of place on Saturday, and I set up and I got my tower, and these people were basically like almost behind me, and I could hear the lady kind of start to complain. Like, oh, music, we're gonna have to move. I don't want it to be loud. I'm like, whatever. So they move from their table to the table directly in front of like the sub and the speakers. And I was like, why did you do that? I was like, you probably wouldn't even have heard me where you were. Like, you could have seen me. It'd be like back there
which I'd much prefer that.
Yes.
To be seen, not heard.
So I thought it was a good.
That's a funny little story. Did they complain once they got set?
No.
I've had the same thing happen with the Piners Forum that I work with, and there's a giant speaker array and like this Band of Oz set up. And they put the dining tables right in front of them. I was like, we got to move these. We got to spread. I tried to spread them. I could. Oh, it was horrible. I felt so bad for those tables. Subwoofers in their face.
This is a different video. We want to go back to our thing.
Sorry, but noodling.
They don't know where to put the stuff. But anyways.
Oh, yeah. Back to so it's just something now. It's not just guitar players.
Oh, no.
It's bass players. Nobody needs to hear that. Nobody needs a bass solo. Anyway, that's a whole other story. It's just not, I don't know, unless you're Jack Bruce.
Even if we're Jack Bruce,
I mean, he got like one per show maybe. It was cool. He's playing Marshall Stack, blowing it up. He's an.
Oh, you mean like on the bass solo? Oh, okay,
yeah.
I'm okay with an occasional bass solo.
Yeah, I know. Drums, noodling, really bad.
It happens though.
Do
you know the worst case scenario though?
The double kick drum noodler.
So there's one worse than that.
What?
It's when it's noodling on the drums, but it's not the drummer. Okay. Occasionally, you get the drunk band member who like wanders up and decides to.
Everyone can play drums, so it's
If by play drums you mean beat things.
Beat on things.
Yes.
I'm good at playing drums too.
Yes, I can play the drums.
I do like when I go to like the blues trams down the Rooster, like you see like the drum that shouldn't be in the drums, get behind the drums. It's like, wow, why is this groove horrible? It's bad.
I've been guilty.
No, it's the singer can do this too. Yeah. The singer, I've seen some scatting and some all sorts of horrible things that should not happen. So we want to come up with a rule. Let's jump back to rehearsals. There should almost be like a magical baton that is passed around when someone wants to talk.
The stick of power.
The stick of power. It could be the microphone.
Was it like was that show Survivor where they used to have the little thing?
That is still on. I just saw like a commercial for it. Like I was watching some show last night and it had commercials, which I was like, what? The commercials? I haven't seen these in years. Like, season, it's like 832. I think it was like season 44. It's
gotta be.
I was like, wait, what? 44? It can't be that long.
It's gotta be.
No, it can't be 40.
It's gotta be up there.
No, it can't.
Because that came out forever ago.
No, it's not 40. I saw something weird.
Don't they held a thing when they talk?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You held the thing when you're allowed to club someone to death. It's the rule.
And then you're not a survivor,
so you make her or him your wife or husband.
Okay.
All right, so boom, you're mine now.
The great Viking tradition.
I love that. No, but it's there's nothing worse than band practice when they're trying to like tell someone the part that they maybe don't know. Someone's noodling over there. The drummers.
I've been to a few of those rehearsals.
Been to a few.
Been to a few of those.
We can stop it together. And then it makes the rehearsal way more fun.
Yes.
It makes it fun. Because most of what we want to get together is just for giggles, right? It's like you want to have fun, you have a good time, but if you can have fun within that music and get that point across really quickly.
I was gonna say there's some kind of rehearsals where you just get together. Like occasionally my band rehearses, which means like we just drink whiskey and play the same blues thing over and over again.
Ours were smoking like herbal things and playing FIFA.
That's also fun. No, but sometimes a fun rehearsal is a productive rehearsal. It's like, we got these things done. And,
it is kind of fun. And it's fun. You can have fun doing it.
You can.
It's God, it's a side note. So we were just at a blues jam down at the Rooster again. It was a lot of fun. The band was great. What was the name of the band that was playing?
The Trailer Park Rome.
They were really good. I really enjoyed that band. It's they had one of my friends sit in with him for a minute, and then we started laughing. John had the greatest ideas. Like, that's like if Broadway tried to make a blues show about Robert Johnson.
I went down to the crossroads.
No, and just how funny it would be. Just like this Broadway's version of like trying to like do dirty blues. It'd be happy. Oh, he did find the guy that my son singing, but we were just laughing. It's like, he doesn't look like he's got the blues. He probably does sometimes. Everybody's got the blues, right?
It can have a down day, a blue day.
I don't know about that.
Then you sing the blues and it's all better.
Or you just got to ignore it for a few minutes. Why we drink.
You noodle away.
Or you just noodle to your heart's content and it never ends. No, there has to be, I think if we all come to that agreement.
It's just that pre-noodle, right? Like once you set up, you do your sound check, then walk away for a while. Let people have a palate cleanser.
Yes.
So when you hit the first
downbeat, boom. Is it, what were you saying earlier too about, oh yeah, like it's when the band like will start playing along with the music playing in the house. That drives you nuts?
I kind
of think it's fun.
I mean, it's sort of, it depends. Like, cause my band has actually done that, and that is the transition into the show. Like, we get up on stage, but we're about to play. We're not sound checking, playing along with the thing, and we'll like play the little groove or whatever's happening, and then they fade the house music, and then we start. Like, I've done that before, and that's kind of fun.
Well, there's something about the power of your show too. Is like it loses a lot because what everybody remembers is the start and the end. Well, they don't remember the end because they're too drunk usually by that point. But the middle is just a big wash of songs. It's like, oh, I remember that fifth song, and not really. When you go in there, hit it hard. You're starting. You weren't noodling there, you give people a sonic relief too, because like when the band starts, it's loud, and you want to and you got to remember where you're playing. It's probably a place of business where they're selling alcoholic drinks, and that's the time when people are buying things. And
I think that's a huge thing for like bands is knowing the venue you're in, right? Because I always try to make sure that I look like if there's a giant pocket where no one's close to the stage, you're probably too loud, right? Yeah. Like if you've made
I thought you were going to throw a hissy, like, listen, all you wibs, get up here.
No, I mean, I feel like that just means you're too loud. And if I look over at the bar and people are like yelling and then the bartender's like, what? And, I can see them like, probably too loud.
Well, when I was at Sean's show just a few weeks back too, which was awesome, the Violet Exploit. Again, check out the video on our YouTube channel, the Violet Exploit. It's on our channel, but just type in the Violet Exploit, you'll see the video. It's haunted, I believe. But besides, I was there, I was watching the show, and I was like, man, it's packed. This is awesome. Yep. I bet the bar's killing. I was like, oh wait, everyone's under 21.
No, and I will say that's a little different, right? Because like they came to see Sean's show and his original songs, like an audience is there, like that paying attention. Well, yeah, then it doesn't matter if it's loud, and as long as you're not killing people.
It was loud, it was it sounded perfect.
EQ covers a lot of loudness as well, right? Like if you got a shrill, horrible EQ.
Well, that goes along with the noodling. It's get your tone right for the room as well. It's a big thing. The tone you have at home in your carpeted little place, bonus
really good
above the garage, most likely where it is not the same tone that's their amp's going to carry into that venue. You probably need to tone those trebles down a bit. Because you're probably sitting up on something on like a stage. You might be on a riser, so your bass is getting sucked away. You're shooting out there. You have your trebles at 7 or 8. You need to tone those back a little bit.
There is a fantastic video I just watched about Mason Stoops. You know who that is? Mm-hmm. And he was on Tim Pierce, and he plays for Marcus Mumford.
He made those pickle jars that everyone likes.
Yes, Mason jars.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I feel like I don't know him, but I feel like you would find that funny.
It's a new pickle jar. He does because the Mason jar is already taken.
That's right.
So he has one that have like
Stoops.
The Stoops, the pickles just shoot out like the little snakes that have the springs in them. Bam, pickles in your face.
But I was going to say he also plays for Jackson Brown. Oh, so we might even have a connection to him.
I've been listening to like a lot of Marcus Mumford lately, and Mumford and Sons. It's really I haven't listened to them in years. And
but anyways, how that tied into what you were saying is he was saying that he didn't like things, modelers, where you had to go into a menu because you can't tweak that when you're there.
Yeah.
So like knobs are the thing. Like on the regular, that's why I hate them, because I have to get down and like, I just. But when you can just tweak your pedals or your knobs in your amp or whatever, it's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I can tailor it to whatever's happening.
That sounds pretty good. And go listen to Mumford & Sons again. It's enjoyable. I got back into them because of Ted Lasso.
I need to listen to more. I've listened. I mean, like obviously, I used to listen to a lot of Mumford & Sons, but I haven't listened to much Marcus Mumford.
It's different, but like what he's done, Marcus has done all this stuff for Ted Lasso. He's done all the stuff. So he's got the theme song and all the incidental music throughout. And then they'll bring in real songs too, like from other artists, which is nice. Great scoring throughout the whole show. That was a weird burp hiccup thing that happened in my mouth. Well, I'm on spicy water this morning, so it's I don't know what you call it.
It means beer.
Topo Chico.
Oh yeah, that kind of spicy water.
It kind of gets me. Yeah, that's the
fire water,
fancy water. My kids all call it spicy.
We do too. That's what we say. The spicy.
That's just what we do. No, so I think it's just manners too. Manners to your friends, manners that you play with, manners to the audience that you're going to get ready to perform for, and then the joy you have from like just hitting it hard, putting on a great show. It's kind of incalculable.
Incalculable. I like it.
The fury and despair you fall in a really bad show, it's also incalculable.
Whatever.
John's like, yeah, that was just Friday night for me.
You do enough of them, you get used to it. You get used to anything.
Next stop, mediocrity. We're going there tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh my good Lord. I just started watching the show. We're done, by the way. Just started watching the show, The Offer.
The Offer?
It's on Paramount. It's about the making of The Godfather. It's a limited run, 10 episode series. And it's good. I watched the first episode.
I want to watch the one about the Jordans, the shoes.
Oh, yeah, Air. That's on Amazon.
Air.
That's a movie.
Have you watched it yet? No.
Looks good, though. I will watch that. I don't watch many movies anymore just because.
No, that looks like and that's interesting to me. Then I'd forgotten that whole thing that they just decided to pay the fine. I
don't remember what you're talking about, so don't tell me.
I'll tell you.
Also, I started watching Disenchanted, like the follow-up to Enchanted. You remember with them, like where the girl comes from, like the cartoon world, and then she like this was like a 10-year-old plus movie. Anyway, Disenchanted is the sequel. Trying to warn the parents out there.
I did watch Mario over the weekend.
I hear that's great.
I enjoyed it a lot.
That's great.
There's just so many like little weird things that bring you back to your childhood. My kids are like, whatever.
Like dad coming and smelling a booze, like hitting.
But they did enjoy it though. There's a weird Sonic versus Mario rivalry in my house right now, where they're trying to decide what they like better.
Well, Mario.
That's what I said.
Because Sonic's a chump compared to that.
But we do we like the movies with Jim Carrey because they're kind of stupid shit, but they're entertaining.
Yeah, Disenchanted, stay away. It's like Hocus Pocus 2. You're like,
I'm trying to remember Enchanted. I feel like I know the title.
Really cute. The music was great. The show was great. The movie, and everything's fun. Amy Adams, that's the star.
Okay.
And then Dr. McDreamy from that TV doctor show, whoever he is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a rough movie to watch. We got an hour in with the kids, and I'm like, can we not do any more of this? Can we stop? Just call it a day. I don't think the kids care. We're good.
And Disenchanted is also a movie then.
It is Enchanted movie. The sequel to Enchanted.
There was some kind of thing. Christy got to watch it for a while, and it was like, it was a TV show though, and it was like, I don't know any of the actors. But they basically like she gets sucked in, or the fairy tale characters get sucked into the real world, and they're in this little town. They don't know they're a fairy tale character.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was Enchanted.
That was
no.
But this was a series. It was
a series. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was a
like I didn't mind it actually.
Somewhere back.
Kind of fun. Yeah.
Watch the trailer for The Creator as well. That looks amazing.
Creator.
It's the new movie by the director from Rogue One.
Nope.
And it's a futuristic sci-fi thing dealing with AI.
Awesome. That's not relevant at all.
No, we'll watch it later. ChatGPT.
Not relevant to our current.
That's our whole script that we just read. It was all ChatGPT.
Every bit. Has been for months now.
Right.
Joke's on you guys.
We're actually AI.
Wouldn't it be sad if we were the best AI I could come up with? Or maybe like we have to be flawed like in the Matrix because people
otherwise it wouldn't work. Yeah.
It'd be like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise sitting here,
Gotta be amazing.
This isn't real. Hey, these guys are too cool to know all these nerdy.
I just don't know which one I want. I guess I want to be Brad Pitt. He's cooler, but I don't know. Tom Cruise.
I'd be Tom Cruise. He's cool.
Everybody. I just want to hang out with him. I was watching this one thing with Simon Pegg talking about like he was hanging out with Tom Cruise and they were finishing shooting some scene at Mission Impossible, the final ones. And then Tom's like, let's go let's go fly this airplane over here and go snorkeling and maybe fishing, and then we'll fly back. And then
we do that stuff all the time. Yeah.
And he was like, this time I was like, yeah, that was very Tom Cruise of you, Tom. That you can just do that. Yeah, that'd be fun to hang out with Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
I like it.
Except for the whole like weird.
There's nothing weird.
Starts making you.
I'll do whatever he needs me to do. Whatever he needs me. I'm in. Sign me up.
Couches and stuff.
Sign me up. By the way, I'll jump on all the couches you need to be. I think Tom's awesome.
Would you hang on an airplane with him on the side?
God, I would do it. It'd be horrible. I want to kill myself, and I'll do it.
That's wild when you see that. You see the behind the scenes where you like hanging on an airplane.
Sorry, we're still here. We're leaving now. I mean,
I don't know. This is basically we're noodling.
Yeah. Oh,
we are doing full circle.
You summed it.
That's why you don't do it. We did that on purpose.
It is in our script to talk and banter for another 3.5 minutes.
Noodle needlessly.
We're done now. 3.5 minutes are up. Thank you for joining us once again. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the old bell.
And peace forever be with you.
Forever.